Hey guys, and welcome back to a new Roblox video. Today we are doing another Dungeon Quest tutorial video, and in this video I got a full model for all you guys, but I have to ask you something. Subscribe to me, of course, but subscribe to this guy too. He helped me with a lot of my tutorials. Most of them, were just him. So subscribe to this person right here. He has the full model. It's the full model right here. Subscribe to him, and I just did the teleport stuff, and I did a portion of the stuff, but most of it was just him. Thank you for supplying all these kits for us, so I can put them on my YouTube channel. Thank you. And okay, so we're going over today what to do with the full model and other stuff that you guys were confused on, such as teleporting data and teleporting in general. So, in this new model, in this new model, you have a lot of new things. You have a lot of new remote events that you're going to put in the replicated storage, such as we have a timer now, an infinite respawn. We can have a spectate if there's more than 2 players, which I thought was amazing. I'm going to customize all these GUIs so they don't look copied, such as this one. So to customize any GUI, what you can do is you can go to it, start GUI, and button is right here. So I'm going to move it a little up there, and then I'm going to make it very green. And that looks a lot nicer in my opinion. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a nice border. So I'm going to do a inset, I think. And I'm going to do 5. But not in that color. You want to do a little darker. That looks very nice. I gotta say, that's very nice right there. And now we got a much better button. So now we have some other things that we can edit, like the countdown, which I'm gonna find because I have a very hard time trying to find it. Let me just search count. Starter GUI. Here we go. Start GUI and then count. It's a text label. So here we go. Let's enable or make it visible. There we go. 1 second. Let me move my microphone. Okay, so it's gonna. That looks kind of crappy. I can't lie. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a UI gradient instead. So that's that. And then do I have that plugin still? Let's see if I still have that plugin. No, I don't. There's a plugin where you can edit these very easily. I might put it in the description, I might not. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're going to make it a yellow, and then we gotta change the offset. So, let me figure this out, guys, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, I figured it out. This is the plugin right here that you're going to need to download. It's called Gflow if you want to do this. And here we go. We're going to create UI gradient. So I'm going to delete this one that I already have here. Wait 1 second. Delete that. And then on there, I'm going to go to plugins, create UI gradient. And here we go. So let's use this tool, and oh, that's transparency. Never mind. We don't need to use that tool. Use the color tool. And since it's going to be vertical, we're going to change that in a second. The top is going to be yellow. And then the bottom is going to be completely white. Or just kind of like there. Yeah, that looks good. So now that we got that, we got to move these. So I'm going to just turn that around there. Okay, so these, I need to move this up. How would I do this? Can I put it together? Wait. Okay, I want it to be 1 second. So that is good. The color sequence. Okay, here's where we edit this. So I'm gonna change this to completely white. And that looks nice. let's do that now. And if you can see, I don't know how I can make this a little better. You can see the slight UI gradients. Ah, that's better. Wait, but then I gotta flip it around because I want the yellow on top. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect right there. That's a perfect example of this. And that looks good. You can see the white shine at the bottom, and then it's kind of yellow otherwise. So I'm gonna X out of this, and that looks very good. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it not visible, and that's how you edit that GUI. Now let's get into the hard stuff, such as teleporting data. So this is my main place, and my main game. Okay, the whole thing's frozen. 1 second, guys. Okay, we are back. It's unfrozen now. Oh, it did just freeze. Okay, perfect. So once you have your play button and you want to teleport and teleport your data, I'm gonna go over every part of the script. So you want it to be on the server side. And you're gonna say you're gonna say script.parent.mouse button 1 click, connect function. So if they click the play button, it's gonna connect the function. And then we're gonna get the player, which is script.parent.parent. It's the parent of the starter GUI, which is the player GUI. So just imagine we're getting the player right there. And then we're gonna create a table called players to teleport. And then we're gonna do table.insert the table and then the player. So we're gonna insert the player into this table, which we're gonna use to teleport later, because you can only teleport the player in an array, which is a table. And then we're gonna say script.parent.parent.visible equals true. Equals false, I mean. So it's going to X out of that so you don't see anything. And then it's going to make their jump power 25, just some added effects. We're going to get the place number. Then we're going to define the teleport service. And then the player : wait, we're going to just set the jump power to 0. And then this is some special effects that I really like. I have a portal effect in the workspace, and I cloned it, and I'm putting it in their upper torso when they're teleporting So they have a nice portal that's gonna spawn on them, and just some cool added effects. And then we're gonna do, this script is irrelevant on the server, so you can leave it or just delete it. You can only do this from the client. So, and then we're going to do script.parent.parent.enabled equals false. We're going to just make everything non-visible. And then we're going to do, game.workspace, find first child, player.name. And then we're going to set their walk speed to 0. And then we're going to wait 5 seconds. And then we're going to enable the loading dungeon screen, which you can customize yourself. Just get a nice image of your dungeon and put it on an image button. And you can upload it from your computer onto an image button. And then we're going to make another table called data. And we're going to add the coins, the physical, the magic, and I haven't done it yet, but you can also add the stamina. And then we're going to do teleport servers, set teleport GUI to our teleport GUI. And then we're going to do a reserve code. Why this is important is it gets a new server, so random people aren't in a server together. It keeps getting a new server every time, and it works with teleporting more than one person, 2 people into the same server, parties, which we're going to go over next tutorial. You do this by doing arrays, but this isn't functional right now. It only teleports the one player, so we're going to be going over all that next time. So we're getting a new server, and then we're going to do set teleport GUI. Oh, we already did that. I don't know why that's 2 times there. I guess we can just delete that. And then I'm going to save our stats. So the save stats, the data store, is on a remote event. So whenever the they're about to teleport, I'm going to just fire the client, and it's going to save the statistics. And then we're going to teleport service : teleport to private server. You probably haven't seen this before, but if I go over here, teleport to private server is it has the place ID, the reserve server access code, and this is why it goes together with the reserve code, because you need the reserve code for the teleport to private server event of the teleport service. And then you're going to have the object, the players, in an array. And that was the error I had for such a long time. I was just teleporting one player. You have to put it into a table or it won't work. It would just say unable to cast object to string or something like that. And then you can do a spawn name. And if you don't want to, you can just put nil there, which nil means none or just no value at all. And then the variant is the teleport data. For that, just use the table that we created, and then our custom loading screen. So you're gonna just draw the path to your custom loading screen for the last value, and that will teleport your player with all their data to the other place. But once they're in that other place, we gotta retrieve that data. So in this place, which is the dungeon, which has a lot of other cool stuff like the timer that I'll go over in a second, XP given events, and stuff like that, we're going to retrieve the data. So you can do this in multiple different ways, but since we're sending it from the server, we're going to retrieve it from the server. Now, this is a little different than you may think. You might think opposites, client to the server, server to the client. But here, you're going to do a little different. If we sent the data from the client, which we couldn't have done that because then we couldn't have used the teleport to private server, you can only do that on the server. So this is worth it. It's a little easier to get the data on the client, but it's worth it. So what you're going to do is you can name a variable. I said get join data, and then I'm going to say local, whatever your name is, not your actual name, whatever you want that variable name to be. And then you're going to do player, which is the parameter for game.players.player added. And then you're going to do get join data. And then you're going to do local tele data equals get, which is their join data, dot teleport data. So we're extracting the teleport data from the join data. And then we're going to say player.damagenumbers.magic.value, which is just their statistics, equals teleport data.magic. So what this is doing is it's setting their statistics in this place to the ones in the other one. And then what we do with that is in our tool, which is in the script right here, we're going to get their player.damagenumbers.magic.value, and that's going to be the new value that we retrieved from the server script. So we're getting that new value that we've put in that exact place, and we have the new value. So for some reason, the health bars don't work with this, and I'm going to figure out why, but they don't work right now. A little weird. And yeah, that's how you teleport and retrieve data. I got one more thing planned for this video, and I think you guys will like it. Actually, 1 second. For your money and retrieving your money, it's going to actually be on a local script because you're sending it on the client, so you're retrieving it on the client. So what I'm doing is while true do, and then we're going to put a wait so the game doesn't freeze, and then we're going to get the teleport service, and then we're going to get the local player teleport data. This only works on the client, so since we're sending it on the client, we're going to retrieve it on the client with a whole different event called get local player teleport data. We're going to say if there is any data, then we're gonna find the coins value that we specified in this place over here. You don't see it, but we did. And then we're gonna do script.parent.text, which is how many coins you have, equals that value. So and then we're gonna do else. We're gonna say still no data, or whatever you want, no data we can do, and that specifies if there is data or there is not, and it's gonna put the value there of the data. So that's how you do that. I got one more thing planned, and then you guys can get the full model in the description of the video. So now what you want to do is there's an EXP given event, and if you don't want to replace all your previous minions with new ones, what you want to do is you want to add a script into the humanoid of the thing, and then paste this script in here. It says local exp given equals 100, and then we're going to do game.players.player added, and then script.parent.died. So if the minion died, we're going to give the exp, but the different thing about this is that we should probably remove this. Yes. No. We're gonna keep this. Actually, we only need one part of this. Okay. And then we're gonna do that. That is all we need. Script.parent.parent.parent. One second, let me go over this. Okay, it was nothing. So, what we want to do is we have to copy this, and perfect. And now what we're gonna do is we can delete the script actually, and delete that. And then here, we're going to, where it says this, we're going to boom, exp given, we're gonna just say, local exp given, exp given equals 100, same as the other one. And now that's perfect. So what we want to do now is we want to copy this. We can delete these other two ones. You guys will see what I mean in a second. We can delete these two. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we can delete those two. And this is the new one. Yes, this is the new one. So what we do for this one is we can just duplicate that, move that, duplicate it again, and move that over there. And now we just have to copy that one part of the script. So let me just get that one part, and we're gonna do this for every single minion. It may take a long time, but I'll make a time lapse of me doing it or something, and put some music on, and yeah. Okay, let me start. Okay, and that looks good. That looks really good. Let's test it out now, because we got to see if this works or not. I am really excited for the EXP given the thing that we just worked on with the montage and everything. So let's start this. We got this whole new GUI. Let's start this up, and let me just close out of this. Let me save it really quick and then close out of it. And boom, and lag. Please don't lag. Okay, we're saving the scripts and then close down. This is what happens behind the scenes, guys. And it's still happening. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. We are loading in. It will take a second. Why is it taking so long? Okay, there we go. Let's start this. Normally it won't, we got the new countdown here, but normally it won't say the boss when you load in. You also have a boss part. There's instructions in the whole kits that you can follow, but there's a whole boss part where you touch it, this GUI will appear. It won't be like this in the game. You have to touch it in the game for it to actually appear. So we got that one, and it says 100 plus. Did you guys see that? I hope you guys saw that. Let me defeat one more. And my health is going down, and it's 100 plus again. And I really like that, and I'm actually getting levels for it. And if you guys see, if I fail, I get the spectate GUI. I shouldn't get the spectate GUI because there's no other players. But normally what would happen is I would just get a dungeon failed thing, and the dungeon would be failed, and it would teleport me back. And that's if you only have one live. But if there's multiple people, it's still gonna be a hardcore all the time. I'll try to make those options where you can pick hardcore and not and nightmare and all those, but those take a lot of work to do because I think you have to have separate places for all of them and just customize the health one by one and a lot of things like that. So there's a lot of stuff left, but this is just finishing up the whole model, and then at the end of everything, there will be another whole model. And yeah, I hope you guys liked this tutorial. I had a lot of fun, and I actually made progress in my game by doing this. So, there is a new boss in the kit, and it sometimes glitches when it's walking, but it does move, and it is a lot better. It has secret powers that it can do, and yeah, that looks good. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. I hope you guys liked it, and like and subscribe, please. We're trying to get to 500 by the end of the month. Thank you guys so much. See you guys in the next one. Tell me if you want another piggy tutorial, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!